Hello again. I really am not sure what the reaction would be if a play was showing in London and there were special nights for those who wanted to avoid black people, at which only whites would be allowed into the audience. One rather suspects that eyebrows might be raised, to say the very least of it. However, a play called Slave Play is opening in London this summer, and for 2 nights only black people will be allowed to attend, so that they do not have to encounter or sit next to white people. Mind, I'm sure that if something of the kind were to be launched, events which only white people could go to and which would exclude black people, I reckon there might be some enthusiasm for the idea. It would, however, be outrageous, just as is this. The man who wrote the play says that in most places in the West, poor people and black people have been told that they do not belong inside the theatre. I was not aware of this. Generally, if one has enough money to buy a ticket for a film, play, or a concert, then one can gain admission. I do not know of any theatre which has banned poor people or those who are black. Tickets for the all-black nights will only cost £1 each, because otherwise nobody would attend. I've seen this stunt worked before, at a production of Porgy and Bess in the Savoy Theatre in 2007, and also when the RSC did Othello at the Hackney Empire a few years ago. I'm bound to say that the results were interesting, and I'll go no further than that. Punctuality was not perhaps quite as strictly observed as at some theatrical performances I have attended. Then too, performances aimed only at black people with free or very cheap tickets tend to be poorly attended. Black people do not avoid the theatre because of the white gaze, whatever that is, or because they cannot afford to go. Concerts with rap artists with tickets costing more than the average play, say at the theatre on the South Bank, are often sellouts. So it's not lack of money which is stopping black people from going to the theatre, nor, I suspect, is it the white gaze. Black people and white tend very often to prefer different types of entertainment. In the description to this video, I give a link to a news item about this interesting idea about segregation. It is very wrong of me, of course, but I am enormously taken now with the notion of whites-only evenings at the theatre and elsewhere for those who wish to avoid the black gaze or who feel uncomfortable in the presence of black people. I suppose that once we start having black-only evenings, this is the next logical step. Perhaps those who have come up with the scheme are right, and this is the way forward. This way we could do away entirely with mixed audiences and simply allow ethnicity to be the defining factor for when you can go, which evenings you can attend the theatre, and the different groups can enjoy themselves free of the gaze of anybody belonging to another group. I believe that this kind of thing worked well enough in the southern states of America right up to the 1950s and 1960s. I cannot offhand recall the name of the arrangement. Wasn't there something similar in South Africa? This could be the start of something big.